the guy did it to the front for me, and and I was like, "Thank you so much." That was really nice of him because at first they were like, "It's protocol or whatever." Like this is the, I'm like, I feel like I know that you can, but okay. I didn't say that, but the other guy did, so it was nice of him. Um, and you could tell he was trying to calm me down because actually, when I got there and he's like, "I see you got all these makeup brushes." Like he's like, "Are you a cosmetologist?" And I was like, not in the mood for small talk, but I was just like, "No, it's just for fun." Like I just remember saying that it's just for fun. Like I don't want to talk to you about this right now, sir. But that was I don't know. It was not like he was just you could tell that he was trying to like calm me down. He
Did
was
you
like,
say it like that, real flat?
yeah, I was like, "No, it's just for fun." Just like that. Because
Well,
I was
told
just
him
like, why are you
something.
asking about my makeup brushes, sir? Like, you have me in cuffs at a hospital. And he's like, you got so many makeup brushes. He's like, what, you a cosmetologist? And I'm like, it's just for fun. I did
I don't
just like
really want to
that.
discuss my hobbies right now.
Just for fun. Like, that's what I was going to do. Like, I plan on doing people's nails tonight, and I won't be doing that. Yeah, it's for fun, sir. It's for fun.
I can't
Um,
stop laughing at my background picture. And
oh my God.
I was gonna try to turn and kiss him.
Oh God, I'll make
Wait,
AI out of
wait.
you.
Am I close?
Oh my God, don't do it.
I was sitting here making myself laugh. Okay, I quit. All right, I quit.
Well,
Hello,
don't do
boss
what I
lady.
did.
Welcome
Hey
to the
guys.
panel.
Well, listen, that night, me and Gypsy were in the living room, and Gypsy and Sheena were on the phone. And yes, my natural hair color is black. So when we decided who was going to go get Bree, I was like, I'm going to go because it was foggy too. Not a lot of fog. And when I got there, one of the officers came up to me, and the first thing I said was, I didn't know that y'all were forming a parade route to bring Bree to my house. And he kind of giggled, and I was like, then I said, how is she? Because I know she gets nervous. And he was like, she's all right. She was real nervous a while ago. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, you can't get her. And I'm looking at him like, why? Really confused. And he said, well, we found a substance in her car. I can't tell you what it is, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, well, y'all doing a good job of making y'all quota because it was almost the end of the year and Lindsay had got stopped on the way going home but they let her go. And it was just like, oh my God, freaking out, about it. And I was just real nice to them. And they, like I said, they were really nice to me. And I asked them if I could go and see Bree and just give her a hug. And they were like, no, we're about to, head out. Once again, we're sorry for you having to come out here. And I'm like, well, last thing I knew was Bree was on the phone with Gypsy on speaker, and saying, can somebody come get me? And I'm like, well, I'm going to go because it would have took Gypsy like over an hour because she just drives slow. And then with the fog. And then when I got in my car, I called Gypsy immediately and then talked to her. And then I think she in turn called Sheena. And by the time I got home, they hadn't booked her yet.
No, not until like 1:30 in the morning, dude.
Yeah, I had went to bed by, I think, Sheena, they said, what, 10:30, 11 o'clock? She would have been fully...
Let me see my phone, and I wrote down Sheena's number, Scott's number, and Rogie's number, I want to say.
Yeah, I know that Rogie
Gypsy.
had talked to Sheena or talked to Gypsy. I don't know if it was on the way coming back home or after I went to bed.
And you know what though? When they let me out, when they let me out, the cell, the first thing the lady said, she's like, "Your friends really love you," and I said, "I know."
Oh yeah.
Oh, it just made me like, oh, I got so emotional.
That's
Bree,
when you
do me
know
a
who your
favor.
friends are.
That
That's
is
When
when
you
you
go to
know
court,
when real friends are.
you don't
Yep.
plead guilty. Just plead innocent
No,
on the
I
first
know what I'm
court.
gonna do. Don't worry.
You
And
know,
don't do what I did. I told the judge one time to shut up, and he goes, "What'd you say?" I says, "Well, I don't know when the last time you went and got yourself some, but you sure need to go downtown and buy you some."
No, don't worry about that.
oh my God. I'm not
I
even
was
gonna
on no
ask what
bail
hum
for
is this
violation of
time. I'm
probation. I
not
was going to
doing
do a
it.
year. I didn't have nothing to lose.
I'm not even gonna fall for it. I'm not even gonna ask what means this time. Not gonna do it, Dreamer.
Use your imagination.
That's what scares me, Dreamer. But
Yeah, I'm talking about what's between your legs.
I figured you were, Dreamer.
Well,
Hoo-ha.
But
one thing I
think
do want to say is that I do have someone coming with me because I know that I've seen people in chat saying they're gonna be there, which is very weird. And I hope y'all are though, because I'm gonna make sure to document all of this. Don't worry. And y'all are just gonna make it really bad for yourselves. But because I mean, that's weird as fuck to like, why would you show up to someone's arraignment? Like, it's so weird. But don't worry, I'm gonna have someone with me. So
you're popular, girl. You're popular.
Ben behavior.
I am gonna have mug shots though. Don't worry, signed. I will be passing out a few, so you have to get there early. Fucking crazy people.
$5
Well, I tell you
an
what, in all
autograph.
seriousness, Bree, when you go to court, if you could have people go there that support you, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
That's
Then
not
you
what
go
this
up there
is
by
for,
yourself.
Dreamer. This is just an arraignment. That's not what it's for.
I don't care, even an arraignment.
Bree, you need to text me the information so I could be there too.
No. I'm writing the
No, you
judge,
can just find
Dreamer,
out
and I'm
somewhere
gonna
on the
be like,
internet, I'm sure.
screw this bitch.
Just
That's
hit
what
up
I'm gonna do.
Audrey. Audrey has all the information. Don't worry.
Yeah. Just ask Audrey. I'm gonna write the judge and say, F this B. How about that, Dreamer?
Huh?
I'm gonna write the judge and say, F this B. How about that?
Don't do that. Don't do no, don't do See, you got to understand, I didn't have anything to lose. I was arrested for violation of probation, which is kind of funny because anytime the court gave me probation, I usually broke it within 2 minutes of him giving it to me. He took my bail. I wasn't getting out. I knew this judge was going to give me a year and he couldn't give me any more, so I didn't have nothing to lose.
Bree's got the
Okay,
boss
then.
lady down there. She's gonna be just fine.
When my mom spoke to her friend, you know, the one that's a DA for down here, he said, and I knew this already because I looked it up and this confirmed it. He does not. He is very hopeful for me because of the amount of my bond. My bond could have went anywhere. My bond could have went up to $10,000, and my bond was less than it was like 2,500, and that's considered very low risk. Like, and a judge made it. It wasn't a preset bond. Like a judge made it, which is also a good thing. Like, because preset like that doesn't. Then that can't really tell you much, but like when a judge already sat there and looked through things and decided a bond, and it being that low when he could have set a bond for up to $10,000, but it was only 2,500, and that's including everything beside the fees and stuff. But that like right there, according to my research and my mom's friend who is the DA for the parish I live in, said like that's very telling. Like that's a good sign. Is what he said basically. Like your bond can tell a lot. It doesn't always guarantee it, but it can tell a lot about what you can look possibly forward to.
Well, the lower your bond is, the less seriousness. So you're right.
Exactly.
Since your bail was, quote, low, that they didn't really consider it major.
Right. And I had no I had no things attached. Like I can't think of the word, but sometimes you'll have a bond, and a lot of times with rug things, they'll even say like upon like you have to be able to like when you come basically pass which I would offer if I needed to, but they never had any like requirements basically. Like sometimes they like they'd be like you like don't get in any trouble between now and then. You can't you have to be able to pass that rug test. You have to do this. Like I never had any kind of like things attached to my bond. So like I'm very hopeful, and that's just what I'm going to do. I'm not going to listen to all these negative ass people around here. And these people are just saying what they wish for me, which is weird, but I don't really give a fuck what they wish for me.
Yeah, but Bree, didn't you
Stipulations, Bree. It's called
There
stipulations.
you go, stipulations. Thank you.
Bree, I got a question. If I'm not mistaken, didn't you say that when you got to jail, you demanded
At
a
the hospital.
drug test, which you clearly passed?
At the hospital, not at the jail. But yeah.
You didn't have it at the jail?
No, I had it at the hospital.
Jails usually aren't doing drug tests now. It's usually the hospitals. That's at least common practice from where the hospital that I worked at, usually people would come in to the hospital to get drug tested or for like DUIs, etc. And then they would go to jail. But that's just what my experience is. I know it sounds like other states are different, but
And people were saying like you can't get results back that fast. That is absolutely not true.
if
Because
it's in a
when I
hospital, you
was-
get results back fast. If it's
Exactly.
in a
When I
hospital.
was in active addiction, I can remember which I hated Adderall. I was prescribed to Adderall for a long time and I hated it. But I remember when I was in active addiction, I was drug tested and she never wrote my Adderall because that was found in me. Like they can find out immediately. So people that are saying that's not true, that yes, it is. Like they can get results literally. You pee and they back in there in fucking 10 minutes, if that. So
Literally, and they make the DUI or drug tests from DPD Department. Sorry, not Denver Department of Corrections. No, the police department. Their tests are quite quick.
sorry, I'm eating.